Welcome to the How to Start a New Case in Cook County class. Let's get started. This video covers how to start a new case in Cook County, Illinois. Use this option if you do not have a case number. If you already have a case number, watch the video called How to File into an Existing Case in Cook County. On the dashboard, click the Start Filing button. Click the Location drop-down menu. Select the court location where you want to file your case. If you start typing Cook, you'll be taken to the part of the list with the Cook County locations. Some of the locations should be used only for specific case types, such as criminal, domestic relations or family, domestic violence, or juvenile. There are also locations for each district within Cook County. If you need help figuring out where to file your case, call the Cook County Circuit Clerk at 312-603-HELP 4357 or email ecourt@cookcounty.court. If you are not sure which district your town is located in, you can also look it up on the Circuit Court's website at www.cookcountycourt.org/aboutthecourt/organization of the circuit court.aspx. Next, we'll click the Start a New Case button. The first page is Documents. Click the Browse button to upload documents you want to e-file. You can also upload documents later when you get to the Filings page. From the file directory on your computer or mobile device, select the document to upload, then click Open. The document name will appear with a trash can icon to the right. Clicking the trash can icon removes the document. To add more documents, click the Browse button and repeat the last few steps until all documents have been added. On the Filings page, you will be able to link your documents to each filing. If you forget to upload all your documents on this page, you can add documents later on the Filings page. Click on Case Information to move on to the next tab. All boxes that have a red star must be filled out. First, click the drop-down for Case Category and select the one that most closely matches your case. Case category is the most general way to describe your case. Next, click the Case Type drop-down to choose the case type. The case types listed depend on the case category you chose. If you pick a different case category, you'll see different case types. If you don't see a case type that matches your case, try picking a different case category to see new case types. If you still aren't sure, call the clerk's office at 312-603-HELP 4357 or go to the courthouse for help. Next, we'll type in the case cross-reference ID number. Attorneys will enter their Cook County attorney number. If you do not have a lawyer, type in the number 99500. Your filings will be rejected if you don't type in this number. If you need to schedule a hearing date, click the Add Case Cross-Reference button. Another drop-down will display in the Case Cross-Reference Type section. Click the new drop-down menu and select the type of motion. Type the word Motion into the blank field to the right of the drop-down menu. If you're not sure whether a hearing date is needed, call the division or district where the case is being filed. Contact information is on the clerk's office website, www.cookcountyclerkofcourt.org. When all required boxes are filled out, click the Parties button to move to the Parties page. On the Parties page, look at the party type and type in the name of the party that matches that party type in the name fields above the red boxes. A defendant or respondent is a party type that a case is filed against. A plaintiff or petitioner is a party type that starts a case against another party. Please note, if you are the party, click the I am this party button if available, and the name fields will be filled in with your profile information. If the party is not a person, click the circle next to the word entity. When you do that, a single name field will appear. Type the entity or business name. Now we'll scroll down the page. To move between parties, click the party type or the pencil button on the right for that party. If you are using a firm account, you can add an attorney from your firm's attorney list. Click the Add Edit Attorneys button. Click the checkbox to the left of the attorney's name you need to add, then click the Lead Attorney button. Now let's click the Save button on the Lead Attorney tab. Next, click the Address tab or click Go to Address at the bottom right corner of the screen. If you know the address for this party, type it in here. Start with address line 1. Fill in all the fields with a red star or a red box underneath. If there is not a red star or a red box under the field, then the field is not required. If you type in a street address, the other address fields will become required. You can't enter only part of an address. You may also be able to type in a phone number or email address for this party. If this party is a person, you may see the Additional Identifiers tab. Click the tab or click Go to Additional Identifiers at the bottom right corner of the screen. As you scroll down the screen, any other required parties are listed. Required parties have a red triangle on the right. Click the party type or the pencil button to fill out information for the next required party. To move forward, you must add information for all the required parties. If you need to add more parties, click Add Party in the bottom right corner of your screen. After you fill in all required fields for the parties, click the Filings button. On the Filings tab, click the Filing Type drop-down menu and select a filing type. The e-file choice will send your documents to the court. Next, click the Filing Code drop-down and make the choice that matches the document you are filing. If you have more than one document to file, you will be able to pick a filing code for each document. If you do not know which filing code to choose, contact the court. After you pick a filing code, fill out the optional fields as needed. Filing description is where you can describe your filing. Client reference number is what attorneys sometimes use to list a client or matter account number. Comments to court is where you can add details you want the court clerk to see. Click the Associated Parties button if you see it to choose what parties are sending that document to the court. From here, scroll down the screen and click the Add Documents button next to the lead document. The screen that displays lists the document or documents you added earlier. If you did not upload the document you need, click the Browse button to upload it now. Click the arrow next to the document that matches the filing code you selected. This moves the document to the selected column. From here, click the Save button. After you select your document, click the Security drop-down menu to make the choice that describes your document. You may also be able to add an attachment if the court allows it and the attachment is related to the document you just added. Attachments don't get a file stamp, so if your document needs a file stamp, add it as a new filing instead. If you need to add another filing, click Add Filing at the bottom right of the screen and repeat the last few steps on the Filings page. After you add all your filings, click the Service button to add an email address for electronic service. Other parties who e-filed documents in the case can pick the electronic service email address you add to send an electronic copy of documents they e-file later in the case. If you don't want to add any service contacts, click the Skip to Fees button to move to the Fees page. The Service page is where you'll find the email service list for the case. There are 3 ways to add an email to the case service list. If you have a firm account, the From My Firm button lets you add emails from your firm's service contact list. The From Public List button, when available, lets you add service contacts from a publicly available list of email addresses. This option is the only method that should be used to add contacts other than yourself or your firm. The Add New Contact button lets you type in the name and email address of a new service contact. If you want to receive notifications when filings are entered into the case, you should use one of these options to add yourself or your firm as a contact. Let's click the Add New Contact button. In the Add Service Contact pop-up, click the Parties drop-down to select which party the contact goes with. Type the name and email address for the service contact. You can also add a phone number and addresses for the service contact. If you add an email to the administrative email field, those emails will also get a copy of any documents electronically served on the service contact. This is useful if you are an attorney and want your paralegal to also get a copy of any documents you are e-served with. When you are finished, click the Save button. To make sure the contact has been added, select the Click to Expand link. Then click the Fees button in the lower right-hand corner to move to the next page. Type in an ad demnum amount if applicable. The ad demnum amount is the amount of money you are asking for. You must type in the total amount of money you are asking for. For example, if you file a small claims case asking for $4,000 in the complaint, type in $4,000 in the ad demnum field. Click each drop-down menu to select an option. You must pick an option for any field that has a red star or red box underneath. You must always pick a payment account to use even if there are no fees. If you have not yet added a payment account, you will be unable to proceed. You will need to leave the filing to add a payment account. Watch the How to Add a Payment Account video if you need help adding a payment account. Filing attorney is the attorney you are filing on behalf of. This may be yourself or another attorney within your firm attorneys list. The party responsible for fees is usually the party the documents are filed for. After you fill out the required fields, click the Calculate Fees button to see the total fees. Or you can click the Summary button to review the filing, including the fees. The Return Date section sets the deadline that the defendant or respondent must respond by. Click the Verify button. If needed, a date will appear in the field. This is the earliest response deadline allowed by court rules for your case type. You can change this to a later date if needed. If the party you are filing the case against is outside the state, click the Out-of-State Service checkbox before clicking the Verify button. If no date appears after you click the Verify button, the court rules for your case type do not use this function. Click on the required checkbox for the submission agreements. The Summary page lets you review the envelope before you send it to the court. Review each section by scrolling down the screen. If you need to make any changes, click the pencil button to the right of the section you need to change. To send your envelope to the court, click the Submit button. Choose a hearing date by clicking the circle to the left of the date and time you want. Click the Save button after you pick a date. If you do not need a hearing date, click the Do Not Schedule button. If you are not sure whether a hearing date is needed, call the division or suburban district where the case is being filed. Contact information is available on the clerk office's website, www.cookcountyclerkofcourt.org. Your envelope has now been e-filed with the court. You will get an email to let you know your envelope was sent to the court, and you will get another email when the court accepts or rejects your documents. This completes the Cook County Start a New Case training video. Thank you for viewing.